This is Fox 5 Morning News.
Tony, thank you. When it comes to the difficult topic of bullying, at what age should you begin talking to your kids? Well, one local writer says bullying prevention needs to start before kindergarten. Peter Goodman came up with a way to help parents approach that conversation. He's the author of We Are All Different, But We're All Kitty Cats. It's the first in what will be a series of books that basically have these really adorable cats as the ones teaching the lessons, right? Good morning.
Good morning. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. This is the book. I was saying to you, Peter, it's just such a nice book. It feels like a book that you might read to your kids at night, or they might pick up in their little local libraries at elementary schools or what have you. And also the pictures just sort of like bounce off of the screen. I love the way the book looks. But as if that's not enough, you've brought really larger than life-size cutouts to bring the message home. This is Flo.
That's Flo.
Okay. And behind you is Carlos.
Right. Carlos is the main character.
He's the main character.
Yeah, and he's bullied because he doesn't have any fur. And his basic story is that his friends rally around him to help him see himself through their eyes instead of the bullies.
What I love about the book, there are several things, but I love that what gets him out of it is that he's a smart kitty. So when he's just in class talking about, hey, I know my ABCs or what have you, all the other kids start to look at him for what he really is, which is a smart little kitty and not just his appearance. Right.
And that's one of the key points is that Carlos is, bullied. He feels insecure. He goes and gets help. He goes to a caregiver or his mother.
He talks to his mom.
Right. And that's one of the key things about bullying in general. If a child feels like he or she is being bullied, to be able to go to an adult, in this case a parent, to help them feel better, to help them build self-esteem or self-confidence. That's one of the aspects of the book in Carlos's case.
And I want to talk more about what you're hoping to do with the series, but I got to say, when we looked at the book, you sent it over, you were kind enough to do that, and we looked, and the first overall impression by the grown-ups in the room is, ew, he is so ugly, because those Sphynx cats aren't what we're used to seeing. They're a real breed, right, and they don't have any fur, but that then just really speaks to the larger issue then. It was okay to call this cat ugly.
Yeah, and I think he's really adorable.
I know you do, Peter.
but it goes back to don't judge a book by its cover in that sense. I mean, just because someone looks different, that the common theme in the book is that we're all different, but this actually means that we all have something in common, that's really important lesson to teach kids.
And it's easier to do it when you're talking about something as lovable as cats or dogs or something that's not like a real person. I love that aspect about the book too. Let me ask you about the hope for the series. I read that basically they have relating to social and emotional skills. This is what you're hoping to build with kids. What is the hope for the book and where it will be? And talk also about your work at children's hospitals.
Okay. Well, basically, we're going to be dealing with subsequent books, managing emotions, making friends, self-confidence, childhood fears, a lot of the topics or challenges that kids face or I faced as a youngster.
Yeah.
What was your next question?
But what are you hoping to do? Are you hoping for these to be in schools? Are you hoping for how do we get this message in your mind to the kids that really need it and the parents?
Yeah, and what's exciting is that working with Karen Goldberg, who's a clinical social worker and child development expert, and she's part of the team, and we're developing curriculum, which is going to be launched in January, 5 lesson plans and a teacher's guide. And it's basically taking lessons from the book into the classroom so that it really helps kids discuss these important topics, learn empirically, and cement, bullying and bullying awareness type issues. So I hope that it doesn't happen with them.
All right. And I should also say that there is a component in our children's hospitals also talking with the kids there. This is Peter Goodman. He happens to be local, but your message is national, and we appreciate you spending time with us today.
Well, thanks for having me in.
Okay. We're all different, but we're all kitty cats, Tony. That's the message. Over to you.
All right. Thank you very much.